and welcome back to Culinary Haven. Today we're making a very quick and simple crowd pleaser, cream cheese donuts. They're delicious with their lovely texture, and I think they're a great alternative to the much more time consuming traditional donuts. Let's begin. To make cream cheese donuts we will need 120 grams of cream cheese, 200 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of sugar, 1 sachet of vanilla sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. And we'll start with whipping together the egg and the sugars until it's thick. I'm going to use a handheld electric whisk. Crack the egg into a bowl. Add the sugar, add the vanilla sugar. Actually, might as well add a pinch of salt just to make sure it's all well distributed. Just a little bit because there is salt in the cream cheese as well. Just a pinch. And now, so that's about the consistency we're looking for. It's now thick and pale. Now we're going to add the cream cheese, 120 grams of full fat cream cheese, and whisk it in. We're whisking it just until it's all nice and smooth. And lastly, we're going to sift in the flour and the baking powder and fold it in with the spatula. 200 grams of plain flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. See all those little lumps of flour? We're eliminating them by sifting it. Now we'll just fold it in gently so that the flour is not flying all over the place. Dump it all on the worktop. Very gently, and don't overdo it. We want them nice, light and fluffy. All we need is to combine everything and make sure that there is no dry flour, that's all. That's that. And now we're going to leave this dough and let it rest for about 10 minutes whilst you're preparing your dish where you're going to fry the donuts and preparing the oil and heating it up about 10 minutes. We're going to fry the donuts in the oil preheated to 160. If you don't have a thermometer, the good indication that the oil is hot enough if you insert a toothpick or a wooden skewer and it starts sizzling, the oil is ready for frying. It's been 10 minutes. Our little dough is nice and soft, rested, and the oil is now hot. So we're going to sprinkle the worktop with some flour lightly and roll out the dough into any shape at all, as long as it's about 1 centimeter in thickness. Like any donuts, these don't keep well. They need to be eaten fresh. So we're just making this small amount. If you have a bigger crowd to please, you can double the recipe. Check if it's not sticking to anything. I'm going to cut out my donuts with a donut cutter. If you don't have one, you can use a round cookie cutter, and to chomp out the center of them, you can use either a small cookie cutter or just a shot glass. And now we're going to try and see, sizzling. The oil is ready. So all these scraps we're going to put back together and re-roll and cut out the rest of the donuts. As you can see, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 donuts out of this tiny amount of dough and all those little balls of dough. Let's go and fry it. Very carefully put them into the oil. It's very hot. just watch them. As you can see, they're getting brown very, very quickly in about 30 seconds. Turn them over and fry them again for another 30 seconds. They fry very quickly, so be careful, don't overdo it. They are ready now. So you fry them until they are deep golden brown, and make sure that you do not overheat your oil. And now we are going to quickly fry all those little balls of dough. They will puff up and be all absolutely gorgeous, crispy and fluffy and delicious. The oil is very hot and they're tiny, so it takes really just seconds for them to fry and be completely cooked through. Now they cool down a little bit, and I'm going to transfer them onto this platter, and the final touch is just to dust them with some icing sugar. And here they are, all ready, all icing sugar dusted, ready to go. And I'm going to try one. I'll let you know. They're so good. They're so crunchy on the outside and fluffy and absolutely delicious on the inside. Try them, you'll love them. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven, and until next time, bye.